Good morning, America. Beautiful Saturday morning. Off to visit the sick and do a bunch of other things too. This morning I want to talk to you about domestic violence. Are you a victim? Are you a perpetrator? Well, no matter what, you're in agony. No matter what, the people you love are in agony. Even your pets are in agony if they're witnessing any form of domestic violence. When you hear the word domestic violence, you usually think, oh, he beat up that poor woman. Well, it's about 50-50. Women beat men up too. Yes, they do. So, there's the bottom line. You're living in dysfunction as opposed to function. And it's a cycle that has to be broken. Not needs to be, has to be, for any kind of joy in the rest of your life. So, if you're a victim or a perpetrator of domestic violence, there's only one way to fix it, and that's to confront it at its roots. It is inherited. It is transmitted from culture to culture by example, physical example. It is the lack of self-control between both parties. It is the absolute disregard for the people around them. It's the absolute belligerence of, well, let's say, your claims of this against that, that against this. It's all domestic violence. It's all wrong. It's all awful. How do you fix it? You start by seriously taking a good look in the mirror. Why does this occur? And by the way, reoccur over and over and over again. Same scenario. Let's take, for example, the person who drinks and gets very, very nasty the moment they drink. It's the Jekyll and Hyde syndrome, we call it. Jovial as all hell. 1 minute drinking with your friends, and the next minute someone says something. Oh, actually, you might just perceive that they say something, and you might think, oh, that was about me, and it wasn't. But it doesn't matter, because you've been triggered. And when you're triggered, you are intractable. You cannot be brought down. You cannot be shut down. You cannot be talked down. You are out of control. Only one way to cure that: serious interdiction. Serious stop drinking right now. Don't ever pick it up again. Don't ever pick it up again, because there's a razor in every cookie, so to speak. Every time you take a shot, you're 1 inch away from domestic violence or anger or whatever it is that triggers you into that awful, wicked, evil mood. There's only one way to cure it: stop drinking. If you're a meth freak and you say, listen, if they just leave me alone, I'm fine. I get lots of stuff done. I tear paper up, 300 pieces of paper I tore up yesterday. Then I put it back together. Then I wrote a story on it. Then I published it online. Except I don't have a computer. And that's the argument I was just having with my mother. Look, Mother, I might not have published it physically, but mentally I did. It was transmitted in the waves, and crystal meth is making me think and act like that. But I don't see it. I think everything's okay. And someone will say, well, I'm taking your television away. And then next thing you know, there's domestic violence. Those of you who are enablers are just as bad. Those of you who are codependent are victims too. Codependency means you kind of get off on the fight. You kind of know it's coming, and you kind of don't get out of the way. Or you might even get in the way deliberately so you could get your little barbs and throw them back. But remember this: the alcoholic or the speed freak or the mental case, whatever the thing is that's making you irrational, that is not deliberate. It is involuntary. It is, people are compelled to do these things because of the taking the drug, drinking the drink, whatever the hell it is you're ingesting. That's what it is. Not them, No, it's not them coming to get your stuff. It's you never paying your bills, or you letting your house go to hell, or you not seeing that the world around you is spinning out of control. And you think you're all right. Well, you're not. It's domestic violence. It's drug abuse. Well, there you are. That was a long, so, whatever that was. So let's finish off with a bit of perfect music to go with it. Remember this, when someone spits some awful, ugly, violent thing at you when they're drunk, it's all about, let's say, it's narcissistic. It is absolutely narcissistic. Not only that, they can find little things in you that really get your goat. You know, your own little failings, they point them out, because I want to tell you something about drunks. They are absolutely lucid at some point. In fact, they have an incredible insight to personality. They can spot a phony 100 miles away. Yes, they can. And you know why? Because they are it. They are of the same stuff, and they know it. But it doesn't mean to say they can't see it in you if you act phony. Alcoholics are absolute walking lie detectors. They can see insincerity like instantly. And I tell you, they do, because they know it. They live it. They are it. And so it's hard to hide the truth from a liar. And that's what I'm talking about. So don't let the narcissistic, evil, twisted lie affect your head. Don't let them get inside your head by responding, oh, you did too, no, you did, oh, no, you did that, you did. Ugh. You're on a semantical merry-go-round with a lunatic, and you're trying to make justification for it. Don't try to justify mental illness. Don't try to justify domestic abuse. It'll get better. Oh, Scarlett O'Hara. Oh, tomorrow never comes. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Deal with it today. It is affecting everybody around you. It is ruining everything around you. It's like taking a beautiful garden and peeing on the flowers every morning. That's what you're doing. Stop it! And there you have it. Rather passionate shout out there to having witnessed it recently and witness it every day. With families that 1 minute they're fine and next minute they are at each other's throats. And it's just, I think William Blake puts it best when he says, A robin redbreast in a cage puts all of heaven in a rage. That means any form of injustice, like the lowest form of social abuse, whatever the word you want to use is, it is outrageous that people suffer this over and over again. It is outrageous that it goes on, that it's an awful, awful, almost unbreakable cycle. But there is hope. If you have hope, you have everything. Esperanza, they say in Spanish. Never give up. Never give up. There you have it. Haha, the old IB post office never caught up with time, and I like it. Like 1940 something it was built. Just love a bit of the old. Anyway, there you have it. Al Graham with a rant that no one's heard since I don't know when. There's Rudy. We're going on a quest today, me and